Hi guys, Dr. Angus Pike here, founder of What Actually Works, where we help people to get well and to stay well. Not so long ago I came across an interesting study that confirmed a thought or belief of mine that I've had for some time. If we listen to the marketing world, if we listen to much of the diet industry, then there's this incredibly strong focus on diet foods. You know, there's the low-fat soft drinks, there's the low-fat versions of just about every food that we see available to us now. And we're told that the evil is fat, is that it's the fat in the food that we eat that ends up on our tummy or on our backside or wherever it is that we're trying to lose that stubborn fat. And so it's spawned, it's grown an industry that's full of low-fat versions of everything. Just to look at the supermarket and you can find low-fat versions of just about everything from there too. But what I've been talking to clients about for a long time, and I've seen little studies that have suggested that if you take a group of people, and you even to look at something like soft drinks, and you have a group of people that have drink just the regular soft drinks, the one that's full of sugar, versus one that drink the standard or the low-fat versions of the same drink from there, a Coke versus a Diet Coke. And when you bring in the balance that they have the same lifestyles, they eat the same other calories, then what they've found is that over a 12-month period, then what actually happens is the people eating the diet foods, or the diet drinks in this case here, actually end up putting on more weight than the people that are eating the regular drinks from there as well. And there are two very distinct reasons I think that this actually happens. Is you see that when your body takes in an incredibly sweet food, like the diet drinks that we're talking about before there, is it expects to get a lot of calories, a lot of energy that goes along with it. So that sensation begins in the mouth. The tongue actually stimulates the brain begins to ready the rest of the body for a rest of calories. Now in the case of the diet drink or the diet foods that we had, is that those other calories don't come on. And so what ends up happening is the brain then triggers the hunger centers inside the body. And so we end up overeating afterwards, well beyond the calories that we would have actually taken from the regular diet drink, from the regular drink in the first place. I think the other reason is this, is that if you've listened to any of the work that I've talked about, so often I talk about foods from nature. And I don't want to pretend for one moment that a can of Coke is a food from nature. But when you move from a can of Coke to a can of Diet Coke, then you start to increase the number of chemicals in it enormously. And so there's less recognizable foods in there. And I think it's got to be that those chemicals, those artificial sweeteners, those kind of things that are in there start to confuse lots of the body pathways. But the biggest reason is that really what happens is we're expecting to get a lot of calories, we don't get them, in the end we end up craving them. And this is true not only just for the diet drinks, but all the diet food that we're eating as well. And so again, we've been drawn into an illusion that fat is bad. So if you've listened to me any time, you know that fat is not what causes us to be fat. What causes us to be fat is really the sugars. But if you're going to choose one of those soft drinks, those soda drinks from there too, then, again, don't get so, I'm not telling you that you should be drinking soft drinks all the time, but if you're going to choose one, I'm talking to my clients about this, please choose the regular versions. Don't go for the diet versions. You're likely to overeat after drinking any or eating any of those diet foods there as well, okay? So I'd love to know your thoughts. Is this something that intuitively that you've found yourself when you've been drinking kind of diet drinks or diet foods, felt that you've actually had increased hunger afterwards? Or have you read these kind of things here as well? So post your thoughts down below here. Let me know your thoughts from there as well. So again, this has been Dr. Angus Pike, founder of What Actually Works, where we help people to get well and more importantly, to stay well. See you soon.